Hello, Bio. So, yes. I was thinking that I'd just try Longsword again because I was getting annoyed with with Tigrex and Zinogre. This quest is really just like a balance of who do I want to be annoying? Like, which monsters do I want to be awkward to deal with? Hello, Typhoid. You know? Didn't I have a modified longsword set? That was kind of. It has earplugs. It was Chance Caesar. That extra health might actually make the difference. Hello, Kirpich. Hello. Yeah, really just like deciding on what I want to have available, yeah. Just, did I have a set that I was working with? We were liking dual blades, but why did I stop? Right, why did I... Hello, Swifting. I was looking at this. I don't remember why. I think I just wasn't... Was I not doing enough damage or something? I don't remember. We had something going on. Well... It's that darn snake. I don't know, maybe I don't need... Maybe I can get away without Hero Shield. Throw Razor Sharp on instead of Dragonheart. Maybe. Or Mind's Eye. Actually... Well, hold on. So, like, weapon-wise, right? I was considering... this instead. Yeah, I remember. Now that you mentioned that, yeah. I was just wondering why I had it on that set. Right, this doesn't have Hero Shield, which means Najarala might be annoying, but I might do it anyways and just make do without it. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking. Do I want Crit I1 there? Do I want something else there? No, let's just go with it. I might actually go with Sakura / Overjuncture. I'm gonna try that. Comes up a little more often. And I might actually be able to get more use out of that for some of these things. Bomb casings, Ivy, drug meat, bombs. Smokes, yep. Okay. Okay, so it's been a little bit since we've streamed last, but I'm on holiday now, which is pretty nice. And that hopefully means we'll be able to stream a little more often than usual during my 9-ish days off. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. Any more ivy? I'm gonna need more. Let's just get some. Let's just get some more ivy. Hello, Corvus. Hello, Game God. You know how there can be videos, Game God? You can make them. Be the change you want to see in the world. Any more nitro shrooms, right? Yeah. Batch of pain berries, why not? Okay. How are we doing on that? We're fine-ish. Yeah, because I am gonna buy up a stock of smoke bombs. 2 stocks even. You've got that done. And then let me grab you again. Throw it in there. And off we go. Am I not gonna get insurance? Hello, Surly. Hello, hello. Hello, Stray. Yeah, so we're trying Fortify, Mind's Eye, Earplugs, Crit Eye right now. Mind's Eye is there for Nazarala's crest and tail and back getting in the way sometimes, and for Gravios potentially. Will this work? I don't know. We tried a lot of weapons on this, and we're back on longsword again. I don't know. Nothing for it but to try and find out. I did that a little early. Just a bit. So Nazarala is still going to be awkward. Still going to be awkward. Yep. Yep, wow. Oh, really? That hit me? Yeah, look at that. Like, we're already bonking on things. I'm just trying to get near his... I saw it coming, but that one's really awkward. Oh, look, it is... Man, I hate that slap inwards. Taking more damage than I would like already. The bonking is expected though. That's why I have Mind's Eye Game God. Because bonk. Come on, give me that mount. There we go. Definitely took more damage than I would have liked there. I definitely thought he was going to roar at me. No? Okay. That doesn't surprise me. I'm just gonna look for a good opening here. Oh my gosh, the back hop pushed me over the ledge, and I ran into the wall. That's annoying. Tail? Yeah, we saw that coming. Tail? No? No, 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 no! I saw it coming, but I didn't know what to do about it. I realized my situation. I forgot the Enrage Roar also sets off the ground things, and that happened. Cause I forgot. I have no whetstones because I was gunning before and I didn't grab more. And I didn't notice until now. Grabbed everything I needed except for whetstones. And yeah, this is, Corvus, this is specifically the Deadeye Garuga longsword. Possible Stray? It's possible, but I also kind of doubt it, because those resonators exploding have a lingering hitbox even after they finish exploding. So I feel like I still would have gotten caught by it. Yeah, this is the Deadeye Garuga Longsword. And the reason, I mean, I like the sound it makes, but those stats are honestly quite solid. It has 20% affinity naturally, bunch of poison, solid white, and the whole Hunter Art thing is charging faster because it's a deviant weapon. Hello, Jack. I definitely do like that this weapon makes Garuga noises though. Also, the overall like weapon style is really nice. Yeah, I like it too. It's very good. I agree. Honestly, part of what made doing the deviants fun for me, Corvus. Oh my gosh, why was I not in Valor anymore? Was the using different weapons and styles as I went along. And also, I personally think doing rank appropriate gear so you don't just burn through the early ones and you're forced to learn them and stuff helps. You see that? Right there. I was stancing and then suddenly I wasn't. It's like his tail lifted me off the ground for a moment and that was enough to push me out of Valor. It picked me up, which dropped me out of Valor without actually hitting me. Okay, I'm guessing I'm blocking the hit there, but not. Yeah. I don't even want to continue an attempt where I get paralyzed and hit by that right away. Because it's just deleting most of my health in one mistake. I didn't realize it could pick me up while I'm stancing to knock me out of the stance. That's a really interesting thing. Very strange. Hello, Kazuki. 3U is real good, Corvus. Some of the later quests in 3U are quite challenging, but overall 3U is really good. No, I'm not even talking Devil Joe. I think the swimming is fine, Stray. It's definitely some weapons are better suited to it than others, but I don't have an issue with the swimming. Mostly. I was able to appreciate it, let's go with that. Don't tail me inwards. No, get those off me! It's so hard to get away from them sometimes, even with earplugs to keep you away. Now he's gonna coil, because when they stun you, guaranteed. thought I was going to hit him in a different way there. No! Dang it. Gosh, Nasrallah. I'm having trouble even getting close to this one to hit him. This is a longsword. 500 rates. Can I just counter him? So it turns out, sometimes he doesn't even need to paralyze you. Sometimes he'll just coil and then do the dig without even trying to paralyze you. That's good to know. That is good to know. But yeah, it's a longsword. Some weapons are better suited to underwater than others, yes. Lance and gun lance do fantastic there. The guns honestly do pretty great. Lance specifically let me complete one of the final like special monster quests that's underwater in that game. Just because of the mobility it gave me underwater, where other weapons didn't. No, I'm talking about the Abyssal Lagiacrus one. Where you just fight Abyssal. Oh yeah, see, that is why I like Hero Shield so much, Jack, for this fight. You really notice it when you don't have it or when you do have it, because there's so much chip that is negated by it. Stop. And of course his hind leg is in the ground where I can't reach it. I got pushed. I was in Valor and I got pushed off the ledge and knocked out of Valor again. I didn't even see that one behind me. Hero Shield means if any hit is 5 health or lower, it blocks it completely and removes all knockback from the hit. I'm about to put it on over Fortify. Because I just can't with Najral. I want to use other things other than Hero Shield, but Najral, Fortify is so nice to have, but Najral. And once again, we are using 3 armor skills specifically because of Najarala. So like, all of these except for Crit Eye is just because Najarala exists in this hunt. So anytime you hear like a clink noise, like a little sparkly noise, will be hero shield getting set off, if you want to pay attention for that. Right there. I am having so much trouble with his paralysis bites right now. Feels like I'm getting hit by the coil way more often than I should be. Than how it normally goes. This should not be the issue that it is right now. It kind of sucks, because if I get hit by that, I can say goodbye to like 80 to 90% of my health, which is not okay at the start of a hunt. Like this. I don't want to be abandoning all the time, but making that mistake there just kind of means reset. Reset and try again. Hero shield is pretty nice to have. No, stop it with that. Man, I would have been bouncing so much on this hunt if I didn't have Mind's Eye on. He wasn't even moving yet. He wasn't even moving. I couldn't do anything out of it that quickly. That right there, though, was kind of why I was wanting Sakura Slash. Because if I get an opportunity to hit the leg, it's going to be like a guaranteed knockdown with how much damage that outputs. Oh my gosh, stop zooming at me. Naturala, please. Right there, it triggered. You saw the sparkle. Not there though. Right there. Right there. Big whiff. Big whiff. Right there it triggered. there, it triggered. Right there, it missed? What? Okay. Unfortunately, I need to sharpen now. Nope, we're on the wrong side. Of course you're on the wrong side. I don't understand Nozzarella and the fence. I really don't understand the fence sometimes. You think a monster's on the right side, it just slides over instead. And then it's on the wrong side, and then you're waiting. It's great. Please go down, fence. Please go down, fence. Nothing like waiting a minute for a fence to go down. Alright. Fence has gone down. I gotta wait for it to go up again. I was honestly so sure I was about to have him on the wrong side again. See, that one actually looked like it was going to be on the wrong side, and it turned out to be on the right side. I fell off the ledge again, and it knocked me out of Valor again. It keeps happening. Not the best. Not the best timing for that. Okay, I wanted to be near the hind leg, but there was a thing in the way. There was a resonator there. Oof. Ledge, please. Okay. Dang it, it's really hard to tell where you two are. Get on the right side. If that was gonna go over, I was about to be unhappy. I see that resonator. Almost got hit by that. Oh yeah, Hero Shield makes so much of a difference for a snake fight. 100%. I miss input. I was gonna stance and I accidentally hit X. Dang it. Dang it. Like, I think Zinogre and Tyrus will go down faster, even though Tyrus has more health, just because there's a lot more openings to parry, and just less running away constantly. No, I wanted to roll out of that. Stop it. No, I just want the fence gate. What side are you on? This one. Goodbye, all of my health. I love how you can get white meter in Valor with Sakura Slash. The ledge, again. The movement of the snake pushed me off the ledge, and then I couldn't Valor because I was falling. This snake and ledges has been turning out so badly. What? What? Where was that explosion from? Oh, hazardous. This snake attempt is not going well. The fact that it can get those so far behind it with a throw. Okay. Not the best timing again. We took 2 carts, a bit of damage, took like 13.5 minutes, and the fence is up while I'm fighting. And I don't have farcasters to go to the other side and take advantage of that. So, not great. I'll probably want to try this with the Rust Razor Longsword after this, just because of the damage and more sharpness, to see how it compares to the poison damage. It'll probably win out, honestly. I don't know where I'm at, honestly. This is the first time we've made it this far tonight. Looks like I'm fighting Tigrex first. No! I reacted too slow again. Honestly, I want to get Tigrex out of the way first because he's that much more annoying. Okay, missed. Got it. That was kind of scary. I thought I was out of the range of that, honestly. That's bad. That was kind of bad. Okay. Hello, Winnie. Ooh, yeah, I'm not. That has caught me before. Him jumping into here. Oh my gosh. Please, it's so hard to separate you two. Especially when you're pushing each other across the wall. How? How does this always happen to me? I try so hard. And it happened again. You think you've got it right, and it just shoves them onto the other side. That's that's my second wasted minute on this hunt. From the fence, pushing them over. What's in this, anyways? Okay. Actually not bad to get. If you have to get it. Fence, please. Oh, he just whiffed me. That was kind of scary. Oh, the fence is down. But I'm poisoned again. Stamina, please! He got stunned by the Zenogre again. Again, that happened. The Zenogre Thunder Stun. Please. Stop sniping me. Please! You don't have to do that 3 times in a row. Oh my gosh, that thunder. No! Of course the ogre managed to get in here. I'm dead. Again, trapping them all on the same side, but on the wrong side. This quest is hard. Again, also, I feel like my damage isn't high enough using this longsword. The poison is nice, but 290 raw, I don't think it's cutting it. Okay. I'm just going in. I've done that already. We already did that when I needed openings to work with. Yeah, Tigrex is probably close to being down. Of course you would throw a rock through Zinogre. How? How did all of that miss me and leave me open like that? How did I run through that? Okay. What was I stancing there? At the end? I guess, yeah, for splitting up at the fence, it could be an idea that I haven't done. Yep, okay, we were right, he was close. Of course, this is also, just like Najarala, right after I fence gate, which means I'm wasting time where I can't attack the other one, and Gravios will start coming. So this is where you need to start smoking. You gotta handle Zinogre next. Yeah. For sure. It's not a bad idea. I'm not using him. I could if I had a Farcaster, but I keep forgetting to bring a Farcaster. But yeah, I could, otherwise. I probably would. I didn't need to smoke right away. That was an early wasted smoke. I don't have to keep an eye on my timer. I guess not. I pressed it too slow. Hello, trousers. Rough. The ledge again. The ledge! Gosh, what an awkward position to fight in. I did that early, but oh well. I really need to sharpen. Rip. I knew that was coming. I was hoping I could get one hit in and then Fate Slash out, but it came out a little too fast before me to get out of the way. That wasn't too bad, honestly. Okay. So obviously Nasrallah is still the big thing. Tigrex is annoying but manageable. Zinogre, likewise. I can do better. Let's see, hold on. And Farcaster. Farcaster definitely helps. Negate ledges. It's called play an older generation where they don't exist. Just having a quick glance at other weapons. You really can't beat Rust Razor. When it comes to just having raw power and lots of sharpness, it's hard to beat that. Okay, Scorvus. And do we want the extra 10% affinity, or do we go with something else in there? We go with Fortify in there. What am I thinking about? What am I actually thinking about? I've lost my Fortify decoration. Is it on the gunning set? Yeah, it is. Yep, less sharpening too. Like, really, this is where we want to go, because we're probably going to cart to Najrala. It's just the nature of fighting Najrala, you're probably going to cart to it. And that'll enhance the rest of the fight for it, and then the other things we're fighting, so... I agree in Trousers, honestly, like... It is something I really like about the older games. There is not a Fortify Fortify? There is not a Fortify +2. And yes. Yes-ish. I would even go so far as to say this is the hardest quest in the game that I've seriously attempted. Oh, never mind then. No audio. Rip audio. I'm thinking the dual hyper metal wrath might be worse than this, but we haven't put time into that yet, so who knows. But that'll probably be worse. I do think Sakura Slash is a good play here. Not the normal play, considering how strong Critical Juncture is, but it's I think it is. Let me look at something really quick. Because like every other hard quest we've done, we've eventually finished. And this one we have yet to finish. Critical Juncture 3 is 1250 gauge. Sakura Slash 3 is 830. And assuming you land all hits, there's only a 20 raw difference. 160 versus 180. So, yeah, Sakura Slash will do just fine. The event quest? Maybe. If we get to that point, event quest may come up as part of this, but like, it's not a priority. We'll see where things go, but we'll see how long it takes for us to finish everything else. Let's go with that. Farcaster? Did I get the Farcaster? I did. Okay. Hardest quest I finished? Deadeye G5. 100%. This one. This is the hardest one that I have finished. That's like no, not even a question. Also, I didn't put in that last cart. Spin around a little bit. Probably. That's not a smoke bomb. Nah, it wasn't a smoke bomb. Honestly, I might do it just for this one. When we get to that point. Give me your hind legs. The ledge again. I was walking forward and then the ledge just like shit clipped me out of things. What? I got hit by a resonator, yeah. I got clipped by a resonator that was off screen. Not usually, no. I think the one time we did intentionally skip saving was in Monster Hunter 1, when I was trying to do Lao Shan Lung. And I didn't want to go through the trouble of working through all my ammo making again. So I was going to not save and reset after I failed. And then the game saved for me. Because you don't get to pick in Monster Hunter 1 if you're going to save or not after an online hub quest. It just auto-saves always. Tail? Yep. What? What hit me? Oh, he threw resonators inside of himself. That's what hit me. I thought the tail was going to hit me, and then a resonator came out of nowhere. Man, I don't want to abandon just like that, but we were getting hit by so much, I couldn't see anything. I don't like doing the quick resets, but sometimes it's like, well, is this attempt even worth continuing, considering I'm less than a minute in? And the answer is no, no it's not. See now, if I had heroics, that would have been at least worth trying. Like this. Alright. Yes, multiple times. We have made it to Gravios multiple occasions. We made it to Gravios tonight, even. Well, we made it to Gravios existing, but Zinogre killed me. It happened again. I was stancing, and he pushed me, and it knocked me out of stancing. This has happened a lot tonight. In the past, yes. I believe we have. Not tonight, but before. Nasrallah, please. I don't understand what's going on, where I am. There's a whole lot of just not knowing what's happening going on here. Nice! Couldn't get to its thing. Hello, Arashi. Oh, that was a not good fence session. Stop it! No, I keep countering too late because the little wiggle of his body hits me instead. Why was that a hit? I don't understand. It's like just existing near him just sometimes randomly hits me, even with Hero Shield. There's so many resonators on the field. It's like 6 of them. There's 4. There's only 4, but like a lot. Nope, I couldn't down jump. I'm resetting. I couldn't panic dive out of the way in time because I was still sheathing after the art. I was trying to get to the leg to get a knockdown, because if you hit the hind leg, it's pretty good. But I don't think I had a good angle there. Not quite what I'm looking for. Not quite. If I can get past Nasrallah, the rest of the hunt isn't too bad until Gravios shows up. It can still definitely go bad, but it's not too bad comparatively. Get those stupid resonators away from me. That wasn't even a hit! He didn't even hit me! I managed to get out of that. Somehow. Really, that wasn't enough for a knockdown? Stop it! That was a hit, though. Get those resonators away. Nope. Couldn't panic dive away because he's just too big. Bonk. No? Okay. Oh my gosh, please. Fence is probably gonna come down on me. Okay. Lots of good hits. Lots of good hits there. A full spirit combo into a Sakura Slash. Oh! Don't kill me. Give me the fence. Give me the fence gate. I can't get out. I hate Nasrallah because he slides around pointlessly and traps me on the wrong side all the time. Yeah. Very, Come on. Come down, please. Come down, please. Okay. 20 seconds. I should use Hunter's Drinks, but I don't have any. Why don't I have any? I don't know. That's very Zoom. Thank you for not just warping across the area. We know you could have done it in Ogre. I can't see anything. What? That wasn't a that was not a knockdown? Oh my gosh, he's so fast. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. I did not get much time to work with there. Ooh, that was scary. Ow. Tail flick. It's gonna happen eventually. I wasn't ready for it because I was just going in. And now I got it. That was better, honestly. For a first cart, almost 10 minutes in, I can live with that. I probably should have waited for the fence to be ready again, but you know, he'll be ready soon. Well, he'll be going down soon, I think. Yep. No! Dang it, that's so fast! The hyper slither is so fast. I just wanted to hit the button and he was just zooming over. Like, oh. Thank you for going to the right side. Thank you. I almost attacked there, that would have hurt. My gosh, stop it with that. No, I didn't expect him just to do it again and slower. Okay. The fence is going to come down soon, so I'm not going to Farcast her. I took a lot of extra damage I didn't need to be taking there. Oh, that's annoying. Fence, go down. Fence, go down. Didn't have enough meter. Stop it! Attack me! Okay. Am I gonna do Zinogre first? I might. I'm gonna do Tigrex first. Whichever one I can get on my side, I guess. Looks like it's Zinogre. Dollar's getting a bit low. What? No! How did I miss that timing? Was I standing too close to his middle? I was. That hit me way earlier than I thought it was going to. And I think I was too close to his body. That's really unfortunate. Because I did not need to get hit like that at all. That was very avoidable damage that I just got hit by. Ow. That hurts. Tigrex it is. Stop throwing rocks at me, Tigrex. I do want to get rid of Tigrex first in general, though. No! Why did you turn like that? You turned to face me. No, I'm just playing bad now. Getting hit by absolutely everything. Yeah, but I mean, like, he adjusted his trajectory mid-charge, is all I mean. Also, hello, Shaded. Hello, Pickles. Welcome. Stop throwing rocks at me. No? Okay. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Don't like it. Okay, Zenogre is going to be active. Okay. Yes, hello. This is what I do when I'm not playing Destiny, Pickles. Or when I'm streaming, at least, I guess. I do a lot of things when I'm not playing Destiny. This is what I stream. You know what? We're fighting Zenogre now. We're gonna go back and forth. I don't like this position. I couldn't see what I was doing at all. Charge? Yes. Very good. I've never gotten a tail cut like that before. That's cool. Missed the head. Still got some good damage though. Valor's gonna run out. Yep. I could have taken a death there. He's gonna lightning soon. Yep, there he goes. Do we get rid of Xin or Tigrex first? We might try to get rid of Xin first, honestly. Let Tigrex wear himself out. I hate this monster. Why? Wasting another minute. Of course he's just gonna run across while I hit the fence gate again. I'm really good at trapping them both on the wrong side, aren't I? It keeps happening tonight. That's frustrating. Oh well. Oh well. I guess that was kind of an interesting idea, Shaded. Like the different monster projectiles and trajectories and things. There's a fair amount of variety you could get from a big selection. Let's go back down, please. go back down. There we go. Alright. 20 seconds. Why? I wasn't paying attention for a moment. I wasn't paying attention to Zinogre's trajectories for a moment. I just walked right into that. Well, that's 3 carts. Dang weird trajectory attack. That sucks. Waiting an entire minute only to get hit by a stray orb. That hit me? Really? That also hit me. I tried to counter that. Okay, he did the 2 in a row thing. Ledge. I don't understand why that missed me the way it did. Stop back hopping. Oh, I killed him? That wasn't a very safe option, and of course it's right after I hit the fence gate. This is a fatal attempt, but we're still gonna do it. We're still gonna play it out. I love Kefcon. I shouldn't be carving, I should be farcasting. I should be misinputting. Alright, well I guess Gravio's gonna walk in there and notice me or something. Cool. He jumped around over my counter and fell on me. That's a thing that can happen, I guess. Because I was against the wall, so he didn't go over me. He just went on top of me, hit the wall, and fell down on top. Yep. Unfortunate. Entirely out, as it turns out. And I don't know where to get more. Dang it. I hate it when I want to hit something on him and he just rotates his whole body, and then I walked off the ledge, which made me get hit by the resonator. Nope, too early. Too late. Something hit me, I don't know what. Good, I split them up successfully, amazing. I got hit out of the air somehow. And I did it too late, also, somehow. Nope. It's a big solid nope. Do I even need to use a smoke bomb at the start? I don't know. Can I just not use a smoke bomb and be fine? Maybe. An ogre somehow notices me even though I'm away from him. So normally when this happens... Dang it, I'm inside. I was going to try to run around so I could hit his hind leg, but I got coiled inside and I got lost in the snake. Nope, I saw it coming, but what was I supposed to do about that position? I don't know. I hate that that happens. Thank you, Pickles. You counter one thing, but the resonator still flies out and hits you despite the counter. I can't wait until I never have to fight a Najarala again. There we go. That's what I've been trying to do. We all hate Nasrallah here. Nope. Zenoker would have come with me. How? How? In the moment I hit the button, he just slithers behind it. I have the absolute worst luck with these buttons. That one was going not terrible, and then he decided to just wriggle back incredibly fast when he hit the button and be on the wrong side. We don't really need to use a smoke at the start, honestly. I don't know how Zenover notices us when he's... So right there, we didn't get frozen from him seeing us, interestingly enough. Tail? Yep. I actually rolled it, wow, that's kind of hard. I 100% thought that was blowing up on me. There's a... Yeah, there is, but like I'm not gonna eat for it. If I get it by happenstance, cool. But I need to make sure I'm eating for insurance. Like that's the core skill. Dang it, it exploded. Why did it just explode? Sometimes you have to set them off and sometimes they just detonate and I'm paralyzed. And I'm paralyzed. I got up in time, thank goodness. He interrupted me because he can. I'm paralyzed. Oh. I tried to parry it and he just bit me from behind instead and I went down. Yeah, feeling courage is the one, but like, it's not something I can guarantee with insurance, and it's not really something that matters either. Maybe I had courage on that one, and I didn't even notice. Either way, that was really bad. That was really bad. It seemed okay at first, because we got some good hits at the start, and then everything was terrible. Oh my gosh, camera, please. I couldn't see anything I was doing. Yep. I just tried to run past it, and one of the resonators hit me, and then one of the resonators hit me again. And I'm stunned. Just parried the resonator that time. Well, that's a weird move. Can't see anything. Dang it, stop being uncooperative. The movie's a lot more reasonable when it's not hyper. I'm just gonna say. What? What hit me? The back hit? I don't know. Who knows? Like, who actually knows? I got knocked out of Valor again because of the ledge. What? What? You saw that? What's going on? I have no idea! Dang it, I hate Nazarala. I can't see anything. And then I die, because I can't see anything. I probably shouldn't be jumping into his middle in the first place, but I was trying to get him out. And also that wasn't happening either. And then I just don't get to see at all. And the worst part is he can throw his resonators, like, backwards into that. And I don't get to see because it comes out of the head area, or the tail or something. There's just a whole bunch of not being able to tell what's going on, and then I die. Just a bunch of it. So it's oddly warm in here, I don't know about that. Nope. I didn't think I was gonna go for it twice. Again? No, let me out. Wow, that actually hit him? Nope. I want to parry that, but you can't. Because he just detonates resonators on you instead. And then he flicks you away. And apparently his hitbox is really big. Also. Apparently. I'm honestly wondering if I can get away with doing... if like, Valor is nice and all, but I'm wondering if not Valor would work better. Is this a good idea? Probably not. I'm gonna try it though. Like, why does he flinch me that time? I don't know. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Dang it. It's just that the tail flips are so annoying. The tail flips are so annoying. It makes it so hard to approach him at all. When everything is just tail flicks all the time. Like, I knew this wasn't going to work out very well, but like, it's impressive how awkward it is to exist around Nasrallah. Try to get this mount. Stop wriggling into me. Right, you can't parry. You can't counter the tail flick because you'll parry one hit, but the resonators that fly off will hit you anyways. And then you're sad. Because the resonators hurt. And then if they blow up, you get stunned and then you die. Thing is, like, I need to get to the hind legs to fight this guy effectively, and he's constantly rotating out of the way in unfortunate ways. Also, I didn't wait long enough, and now Zenogre's noticed me. Yeah, that was just a terrible start. You gotta wait a little bit so he doesn't notice you right away. This quest has me feeling ways. I just don't know how I want to approach this. Like, we know some things that work good on Mozzarella, like Greatsword. And Longsword can work. It's just kind of awkward. Light Bowgun works fine if you can, like, it actually shreds Nazarala, but then you have Tigrex being an issue. Heavy can probably output more damage, but is even riskier, you know, even more awkward to work with. Valor Heavy Bowgun is a thing that I've hardly played with. And I don't know if this is the best place to learn how to use it effectively. Making sure we have some good damage output is important. So I'm not likely to go for something like Lance or Gun Lance. They're strong, but I don't think I can actually push out enough with my skill. Dual Blades can absolutely put in good work on like all four of them. We did add up duels with the Mantis Dual Blades, which was okay, but it felt like I was lacking in time, I think was the thing, so like things weren't dying fast enough still. Which means, and they have like, you know, good raw. I feel like I needed to focus more on an element there, but then you got 4 different kinds, so it's like, well, do we go blast? But then there's the blast options don't have, it's like they're just, Sword and shield we have not fiddled with. It does have better mobility. Has oils for more damage. We can I don't know if we need Mind's Eye. I don't know. Mind's Eye oil is nice. Is it enough to not have to use Mind's Eye? I'm not sure. Because you're still going to run into not having it up the whole time for Najarala being in the way. I know Aerial Switch Axe totally messes up Najarala, but I'm not going to use it effectively against anything else in there. Charge Blade, I'm nowhere near comfy enough for Najarala, and then we're kind of out. Bow can be good. I don't know if again it's like comes like, can I use this effectively enough for the fight? I guess Sword and Shield is kind of worth considering. What do we even have in here? The blast one. There was, I forgot we made that. And that exists too. Did we have that set up in a specific way? It was probably built off of, no, not that. What is this one? This lacks earplugs entirely. And you're going to be tripping all over the place without Hero Shield. How does it... See, this thing has like, what, yeah, a bit of white with Razor Sharp, and then Quick Sharpen. And people would normally use something like Absolute Readiness to help upkeep it, but yeah. I don't know, let's try, I guess. We're gonna need to make room for things. Yeah, the set options don't leave much room for other things, is definitely a concern. I don't really have much room for... Earplugs and shield make the first fight so much more tolerable. Affinity oil, Mind's Eye oil, and stamina. I did. I don't really have high hopes for this, but I'm curious. I'm still curious how it'll feel even without the earplugs and shield. Is probably gonna feel bad, but I'm still a little curious, you know. I might look into seeing if I can build a specialized set in Athena's that features high grade earplugs and hero shield, and lets me get more out of it. The question then is like, alright, what am I going for at that point? Fortify is just great to have, but it doesn't help me kill Najarala faster either. I wasn't facing the right way. We have evasion 2 on this one. Which is, you know, not necessarily going to help me, but... Nice, the resonator's ear noise thing knocked me out of the air. No! Well, look at that resonator! Look at it just drifting down. Also, the fact that they can chain their explosions on you. And you have to just watch out for you. They are like they're area denial tools. You just have to respect the fact that they exist and you can't approach until they go away, and then if they just don't go away... Why aren't they going away? I couldn't approach them at all. Oh, this isn't Rise. I can't Shoryugeki. I can't Shoryugeki to block a roar at the same time. Also, I was locked in that position for ages. Alright, where's Athena's? Where do I have this saved? There we go. Alright, we're gonna move to Kokoto for different music. Assume all 3 weapon slots. We want Fortify. We want HG earplugs. We want Mind's Eye. Well, we don't necessarily. We might want it, but we want Hero Shield for sure. It should still have my charms in here. It does. Although I can adjust my 10d4 to a 10d6, a 3 slot. There we go. Let me make sure I have my earplug charm in here as well. 7. Just gonna have the important-ish things in here. Hearing. 7 hearing, 3 slot. What else? We have the adrenaline one in there. Survivor is fortified. Is Survivor even a charm? I don't think it is. Let's see, on the hearing end. On this end, we're not seeing much. There's a razor sharp tenderizer combo. Kind of interesting. Fencing. On this end, we have up to +7. Okay, do we care about anything else I'm seeing here at the moment? We got some critical up charms in there. There's potential. Yeah, okay. A hero shield. I saw that in there. Not great options when it comes to hero shield. Is it enough to even worry about? I don't think so. Not forgetting anything else. Sharpness. Fencing 2 slot. I guess that's kind of a mix. Just adding a few charms in here that seem relatively interesting. Okay, we have fencing with 2 slots actually. Fencing 7 with 2 slots. To update that one. There's the hero shield ones on this end. We have a hero shield 4 with 3 slots. Okay, that's decent. Hero shield 4 with 3 slots is an option in there. as well as 5 with none. Okay, so there's some charms in there to fiddle with. So we want Fortify, we want Earplugs, we want Hero Shield. Hero's Talisman, I think is what it's called, yeah. Using my charms. That alone, totally fine. What other things are we wanting to work with, I guess? I guess it depends, right, on what weapon we're ending up fiddling with. Greatsword with crit draw is nice. Crit draw and crit draw and quick sheath is nice. Longsword with anything is nice, but Nazarala sucks. Dual blades. I should take off something with sharpness 2 on it. Dual blades can be good. Hammer, I don't think is the option we want. Crit draw is doable to put in there. Crit draw, quick sheath, and our 3 things is doable. Surprisingly enough. Sheath control isn't, though. But you can pull off quick sheath. Along with the 3 core skills. To help Nazarala not suck. And to fortify. That combined with this, because this is something with 3 slots as well. We're keeping in mind weapons of 3 slots. If I lower it to 2, is this doable? No, it has to be a 3-slot greatsword to pull that off. That does significantly limit the options. And how does that compare to our other greatsword? This one? We wouldn't have focus either. Which is definitely something you will notice not having if you're going for longer charges. But you can still do without. Because, you know, the quick draws don't care about it. Just the bigger ones. I guess that's something to consider. Look at weapons again. Adept duels are definitely something to consider as well. We tried it once with just raw though. Do we go? Okay, if I take off crit draw and quick sheath, now that we know that's possible. Okay, so Razor Sharp. Oh yeah, Razor Sharp is absolutely doable. Okay. Sharpness 1 Razor Sharp. What about Sharpness 2? No? Sharpness 1 is doable with a 3 slot. I keep bumping my mic. However, if we use... Let's see, if we take off the Sharpness plus 1 as well, go down to no slots, let's quick search. That's doable with Nesset even. If I'm looking at the Hellblade dual blades at the moment, 300 to 25 blast and 5% affinity, some natural purple and white. Again, Mind's Eye is also not the biggest deal with dual blades, because the spin has natural Mind's Eye, the dodge has natural Mind's Eye. Fortify will get our damage going. Hero Shield will keep us safe. Earplugs will keep us safe. Just having a quick glance through the skills here. You can fit crit I1 in. Not 2, okay. Just having a look through before I look into it. Okay, hold on one more look. Where is this thing? This one. No? Okay. So, Fortify, High Grade Earplugs, Hero's Talisman, Razor Sharp Crit I1 is doable with a no slot weapon. And the Hellblade dual blades do have natural purple and some good white. And some white, I should say. 25 blast. Tiny bit of affinity. Will build arts faster because it's a deviant weapon. It's something to consider, honestly. You know, yeah, it doesn't benefit from sharpness +1 or +2 at all. Oh. And hey, I already have one of the parts that's a part of this too. That's cool. Right, so we would be building those dual blades up from scratch. We actually don't own any deviant dual blades, surprisingly enough. That is a little bit of a surprise, now that I look at that. We just never made one. So Hellblade ones. What does this look like to make? It goes all the way up to 15. I guess the first order is, do we have tickets for all levels? 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's important. It's always important to make sure you have all the tickets. Okay. I'm thinking this might be a good way to go, honestly. Because if we look at ping sticks, right? The monsters have varying elemental weaknesses and all that. Nasharala builds up blast resistance slowly, starting initial tolerance of 70 and increasing by 30 each time with 100 damage blast. Compared to poison being 230 initial and 110 an increase, you know, and lasting a whole minute between procs for how long it takes to, you know, go through. So you get a lot out of that, I feel like. Gravios takes 200 from blast, has a bit higher initial tolerance and an increase, but takes significantly more. Zen is another, builds up a little slower, but 100, and Tigrix is like Najarala. So the blast can definitely do fine, I feel like. We don't have a ton of Hellblade parts. As it turns out, not a ton. Regular bones are no issue. Then it calls for the powder? Do we have no Hellblade powder? What? 0? Yeah, none. No powder whatsoever. Alright. Let's see how much of that's, how often that's gonna come up, I guess. Glavinus Fang Plus. Glavinus Scale. Plus. Level 4 is Hullblade Shell again. Pyro Shell Plus. Hellblade Scale Plus. Hellblade Carapace. Glavinus Plate. Yeah, we're not going to need more than one lever. We got plenty of those. Okay, then level 6. 3 more carapaces for 4 total. Solar Bursas. Stout Bone. Hellblade Scale. And Shell. Again, interesting that it goes back to Scale and Shell for level 8. So 2 more powders for 3 total. Then a Hyper Pyro Scale. Right, and then back over to Hellblade again. Scale Plus. Need 5 more of those. 3 more carapaces. 2 fire orbs. Hellblade Shard. Which is over here. Hard Fangs. And Cortexes. Two more Hellblade powder for 5 total. More Bursas. I remember hearing about people back in Gen having trouble with Hellblade powder and needing a lot of it. And yeah, I'm guessing, and I'm noticing I have none, so. Slugbone, Hellblade Cortex, which I just flat out do not have. Hyper Flare Scale. Tons of them. And last level calls for 5 more Hellblade shards for 8 total. 5 more Cortexes, which I don't have, for 7 total. 2 Palliums, which I'm fine on. So if we look at what we would be missing off of this, five shards, 7 cortexes, 5 powders, and a single hyper pyroscale. So, G rank Hellblades and Hellblade powder. What? Where do I even get that from? From Hellblade, probably, but you know. Hellblade powder. Shiny drops. Highest chance in G rank as well. Yeah, so it was like an 18% chance in high rank from shiny and 33% chance in G rank. I see. Okay, so you can fight Hellblades. I only need G rank Hellblades, as it turns out. It would be a break from what we're struggling with as well. Hellblade, G1 is capture, 2 Hellblades, Hellblade and not Hellblade, Hellblade and don't die, Hellblade and not Hellblade and Hellblade, and then EX. Probably just the capture one. Let's see how well I remember how to fight this. Yeah, the 5 powders is definitely a bit awkward. We get shiny drops. Shiny drops is from when it's all flamey and stuff, and you hit it in the neck, right? You knock it out of its charge state or something. If I remember right. That's fun. I forgot about this. I forgot about how to fight this guy. Too slow. Just too slow to react. Just too slow. Wrong one, that's not energy drink. What? No, I wasn't even over there. I disagree. I think I couldn't stand some time. It's been a long time since I fought Hellblade. Did I even bring traps and tranks to capture him? I don't know. Shiny. I do. Okay, that's good. And there's like a 5% chance off of head break as well. Wasn't sure about that. Shiny! No, be better to me. Oh, he's so bitey, I forgot. Oh no, that's not good. I have no earplugs anymore. Oh, you're not leaving. The misdirections. shiny. At least we can get shinies at a pretty good rate off of him. There's one. 1 of 5. Too slow. Also just completely wrong input. Just wrong. I might not do a long stream today, time with friends and stuff as well, but I have like a better idea for what I want to work towards at least now. And it could be nice starting off with Hellblade instead of the arena quest next time. Oh, that actually hit me. Okay. A little surprised. I might call it after this one. I feel like I'd be down for more, but I have the thing where I want to do multiple things at once. And so you gotta space out your thinking. He's out of juice. You know? Don't kill it though. There we go. Stop biting me! I say I'll tentatively plan to stream tomorrow then. Tentatively, probably, definitely. Come on, get in the trap. Stop camping me around the trap. No, you don't have to do this 3 times in a row? Four times in a row? Five? Oh my gosh, Hellblade, please. Oh my gosh, Hellblade. He danced around me for 5 of those moves, interspersed with other ones, and then left. I thought he was gonna come in here to sleep or something, but no, he's just coming here to dance around with fire and then leave. Oh, you're not asleep yet either. Alright, let's try this again. Over here, Hellblade. No, you're almost there. I'm out of traps. I'm out of traps. Alright, let's go back and hope there's some in the box. There is. He's probably all the way down to the bottom or something. Of course he is. I forgot he sleeps down there. I thought he was gonna sleep up here. Hey there, Frenchie. You're arriving as we're ending for today. This is the last hunt I'm doing tonight. We did a couple hours plus of struggle on arena allegiances again. And then I was like, you know what? Let's have a thought about our weapon combo selection and stuff. And I decided to start work on the Hellblade dual blades. Because I think that might be a better option for handling what I'm trying to deal with. I hope you've had a nice evening so far, though. Hellblade? There he is, okay. He dodged 2 traps already. Yeah, so the main thing I need is just like basic G-rank Hellblade parts, but also 5 Hellblade powders. I got 1 off of this hunt, so... One of 5. Let's see, shards. 1, 2, 2. That brings us up to 5. And I think Cortexes come from the higher tiers, now that I think about it. Now that I think about it, Cortexes come from the higher ones, don't they? Cortex is G3 and above, yep. I wasn't thinking about that. Oh. I will have to make sure to pay attention to that for next time then. I'm gonna drop in on somebody I know that's playing Destiny right now, and I might end up playing with them depending on what they're doing. Because trials and stuff might end up happening. So, we will come back to this most likely tomorrow for Hellblade. Make the Hellblade weapons and give this darn quest that we've been stuck on for who knows how long some more effort. So yeah, I'll see you guys all around later. Bye bye.